What's poppin', dogs? Mr. Allen here, talking sales here. We're shopping the discounts right now. Maybe hitting the TJ Maxx. They got a nice little sale. Anyways, you found a $32.50 shirt that is on sale for 20% off. That's pretty solid. How much will it cost after 7.25% sales tax? Okay, so you're getting 20% off. And then, you got to pay the man, right? You got to pay the sales tax, 7.25%. So what's your cost going out the door with this dope new shirt? Well, there are a couple ways to set it up, but I'm going to try to do something that's nice and universal for these different types of scenarios that we're going to deal with here. So I'm going to take my $32.50. That is my original cost, and I'm getting 20% off. So what we're going to represent that is here's the full price, 1 minus 20% as a decimal, so 0.20. That is going to give me my cost of this shirt before tax. So let's go ahead and plug that in the calculator right now. So we got $32.50 times, you can either do 1 minus 0.2, or if you know that's like 0.8, totally fine. Okay, so you can multiply by 0.8. You're going to get the same thing either way, $32.50 times 0.8. There we go, 26 bucks either way, right? So if you want to do a little in your head, that's totally fine. If you're like, I'm going to throw it all in the calculator, there you go. All right. So we got $32.50, 20% off is $26. Now I got to factor in the sales tax. And here's why I like to do it how I just did here, is because now I stay nice and organized and I can like manipulate this equation, this formula, whatever you want to call it, for each scenario. So $26 times 1 plus, because I'm going to be adding the sales tax rate. This was a discount. I'm subtracting that cost off. Here I'm adding the sales tax. So I got 0.0725. Now, if you're like, wait, how did you know that that was the decimal? Because there's a lot going on there. Well, I can take the 7.25% and I can change it to a decimal, percent being per hundo, right, per 100, and there we go. There's my decimal, right? So you could plug that in if you're not sure of how to do this in your head. You can bring this decimal place back twice. That'll give you the decimal from the percent, okay? So now let's plug this whole thing into our calculator, and we're gonna have, let's see here, 26 times 1 plus the sales tax. And if you don't want to type that all in again, let me show you a little trick. Arrow up, hit enter, copy it down, bingo bango, hit enter. We got $27.89. $27.89 is our final there because we got to round it up. The 8 gets rounded up by that 5. This is my total out the door for my t-shirt that was on sale for 20% off. That's fantastic. Okay. Next one here, slightly different scenario. A friend of yours said they bought a shirt for $25.50 after a 25% off coupon was applied. I should have read the whole sentence instead of pausing weirdly. What was the original price? So this one has no mention of sales tax. Let's just assume this is before they paid sales tax, it was $25.50 or whatever. Kind of simplifies the problem a little bit, but it is a different scenario, right? They said they bought it for $25.50 after the 25% was applied. So what was the original price? Well, you can actually use the same sort of formula here. Check it out. This right here was my before the discount price. This was my after the discount. This is the after the discount. So could I throw this right over here, $25.50? And I know that it was a 25% discount, so 1 minus 0.25. And what I want here is the original price. I'll call that X. And now I have this lovely equation here that I can solve. 1 minus 0.25, that is 0.75, 0.75 equals $25.50. How do I solve something like this? I would divide by 0.75, divide by 0.75. And in my calculator, let's see here, we got $25.50 divided by 0.75. Hit enter, 34 bucks. So $34 original price. There it is. So there's our two different scenarios, guys. One where we got to apply the discount, apply some sales tax here, figuring out what the original price was after the discount. I feel like I see that one all the time on like ACT or SAT. They throw a little word problem like that at you. That's how I would like to set it up. Nice and manageable. There's different ways that people do it, kind of quicker, like trick ways of doing things, but I find it helpful to just write it out because now I can handle any scenario because I can set up a basic problem. Okay? If you guys have any questions, let me know. Pop it in the comments. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. And you know what? Share this channel with somebody. Say, hey man, I saw some dope math on Mr. Allen Math's channel. Share it up. I appreciate it. Have a great day.